So this is the herb garden, the start of the herb garden. These little guys are basil. Most of this stuff I actually basil.
Growing bagels?
Oh,
From
I
seed.
didn't know you could do that.
And of course, parsley is right there. These little guys, and this is all sage. Different types of sage. This is actually a pineapple sage, which is supposed to be really good on fish. And then dill, and rosemary, thyme, and lemon balm. And the lemon balm is going to be more for the tea, and I actually have a tea garden started. This and that one and the one over there, these are lavender plants, which of course they smell wonderful, but you can actually make tea out of them. The first one right there is actually catnip that I bought for Miss Luna.
Bring it
She
in.
doesn't seem to care about it.
Come on, bring it.
And then these two guys right here,
Bring it.
that's lemon verbena. I have more lemon balm right here.
Hey,
And then this is...
bring it here.
Oh, wait.
Bring it.
Lemon verbena, that's lemon something else. So, and then I
that tea looks really good.
Yeah, you like that tea? You can put those flowers on your salad and eat them. Hey, don't knock me in the water. And I've just sown some stevia.
Really?
Stevia plants, yeah. And so the leaves we can use to sweeten the tea.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yep, that's an apple tree. And then, yeah, this is an apple tree. But we didn't get the right mate for this. So we've got to go back and buy another apple tree. And then we're going to go get another peach tree too. But look, yeah, we have two little baby peaches up here. Aren't they cute? Miami went down to the bottom of the driveway and scored some blackberry bushes. So again, I don't know, because we've transplanted them, if they're actually going to bear fruit this year. This blueberry tree was here when we moved here, and it didn't do anything last year. I'm not sure it's going to do anything this year. And then we just bought these two blueberries. So maybe it'll help this one. Yesterday.
Tell the story how you fell on the fence.
Yeah, yesterday.
Oh.
I wish I could have seen that.
Oh my God, it was so funny. I was trying to dig up these ferns, and I jumped on the shovel, and it swung around, and I went
Oh my
right into the
gosh.
fence. And I just had visions of being like the cartoon character going laying on the fence. But luckily the fence wasn't on, and it didn't shock me.
Oh my gosh.
Coming up right through here. As soon as they get a little bit bigger, I'll thin them out because they're too thick. And look at those darn squirrels digging in beds already. And then here we've got celery coming up. And this part's kind of a mishmash because my husband didn't want me marking when I was planting with like a toothpick and a little flag that had what the names were. So he wrote all the names on the cardboard and they all disappeared. So this is a mishmash. I don't know what all this is going to be. As it gets bigger, I can kind of figure it out. But I think this is cauliflower, which will be nice. So here's lettuce. This is like a butter crunch, and then this is romaine.
That's beautiful.
And this is another type of just leafy butter crunch, like curly leaf butter crunch. And these are onions, and all I did on these was just, and the same thing with a lot of this lettuce. I bought like a head of organic lettuce, cut off what I was going to use, and then planted the rest of it. Planted the onions from one we had used. Yeah, and then this is all going to be broccoli. Curly leaf kale. And this is another type of lettuce that we started from seed. All of this, and then this is spinach.
Oh,
all along
nice.
here. Yeah. And then these are my radishes. And they're already starting to grow. So I'm just waiting for them. As soon as you can see the tops of them, they say through the dirt, then you know they're time to pick. Sweet onions that are just starting to come up. And again, this is some of the mystery plants, but I think this is either going to be cabbage or more cauliflower. But I think it's cabbage. They look more like cabbage leaves. Here I just put in some potato seeds. They haven't started to come up yet, but they'll have potatoes on both sides right here. The other side's going to be like artichokes, Brussels sprouts, and what's the other one I have? I can't remember. My beautiful potatoes. Yeah. And these are my peas, my little sweet peas all coming up.
Wow.
And I actually have...
Oh, nice.
Yeah, right?
It's almost
So
ready.
that's what all those flowers... Yeah. And then that's backside too. This whole chair is just going to be my... This is my pea chair. The pea chair.
The toilet.
Yeah. Except for this stuff. This is all kale. This is all different types of kale.
Ah.
So, just about. And then yesterday I just got my tomato plants started in here. Again, these all came from seed. So I just put some of them in. Most of them are still up at the house. I don't want to put them in yet, just in case we have a frost or a freeze. That would be sad. And Miami just put the vines up right here.
It's kind of strange doing all this stuff just on hope that it's going to work. Just think about the guys, the people who grew stuff, you know, they didn't have fences or this stuff, or they didn't even have fertilizer, right? They
Yeah.
used their own manure and stuff, but the difference was if they didn't grow anything, they starved, and their children starved. It's interesting because what they say is you should wrap the twine around the plant. Well, if you do that, then I don't think you want it tight like that, because you're not going to have any room to do that. So they don't give you those instructions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make it so that we can tighten or loosen this with a trucker's knot, like that.
And these are going to be squash. Yellow squash and zucchini. And then cucumbers will be on the other side.
Wow.
And everything just is supposed to grow up the vine so nothing stays on the ground. Even the tomato plants. So in this bed, because you don't want anything on the ground, will be all the squash, the cantaloupes, cucumbers, and tomatoes. And then I'm going to do a watermelon patch up there. My watermelon plants that I just put in yesterday. So, and I'll put some in as for seed too.
That's cool. Watermelons grow kind of like vines on the ground.
Yeah.
That'll be really cool in front of the mural.
Yeah.
Well, it's Saturday afternoon, beautiful day. Shelly's putting in flowers, and we put the rock in here. We got this all in. Right now I've got a pipe hooked up here, running down there into that irrigation system I built last year. The pump's on down at the lake, and we're filling the pool. Pool seems to go down an inch or two every 3 days. Inch or two or three every 2 or 3 days. So I have to keep it filled. If I don't keep it filled, then the skimmer doesn't work right, because it will start sucking air. And I need the skimmer because here in the spring we've got so much stuff in the air, it's getting down into on the top of the water. And I want to try to keep it clean. So you can see that the skimmer gets a lot of stuff in it in the net there. And we're getting closer to being full here. And we planted fruit trees yesterday and a bunch more flowers. Got lots of different kind of plants here. Moss in places in there. Built moss yesterday. We built it up around this area right here where Mo keeps coming in and out and tearing up the clay. So we'll see how this works. Got a leak right there somewhere, small leak, because it keeps the mulch all wet, but it's not soaking. Oh look, a water animal. A beaver. No, it's Mo. And we've been puttering today down at the garden, finished the irrigation at the garden, mulched a little bit of stuff, some cuttings and leaves and trimmings for the new mulch pile. We used a lot of the dirt yesterday. So just puttering today. I've cut and oiled the landscape timbers for the steps to replace those. And what else? Grass won't be here till June. There's no St. Augustine available at all anywhere in this area until mid-May or June. So gonna have to think about what to do about that. It may just leave it till then. So